the following presentation of the National Football League.
It has been 60 years since the Packers and Chiefs met down in Southern California in what would come to be known as the first Super Bowl. But now, at modern Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60. And we've got a great matchup in store. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC... And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Pass complete to Lovie. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. To throw, it's Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Chicago.
On first and 10, it's Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. To the air, Williams. Now he'll tuck, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Caleb Williams taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. The line prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. To throw, Williams. And he'll be brought down by Colts. And a Tommy Wahatabare coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Looking to throw is Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Williams. He'll try and do this himself. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Boy, CD, what a way to score. You want to talk about a roller coaster of emotions. They've got the big play, then they cough it up. It seems to be disastrous, but his teammate is there to scoop it and score it.
Not much else I can add to that, partner. I'll just say one thing. We just saw momentum swing several times on one play.
Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Looking to throw. Williams. He'll try and do this himself. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A beautiful fake. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis is set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Jones. Connecting over the middle with Downs. This will be stopped about. Shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38.
From the 38 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Jones breaking from the cut. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Yeah, the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover. And maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, That means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
The Chicago offense set to get started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Operating from the gun, Williams. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now it's the backup, Keenum. And he fires one, but incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Let's go.
Throwing, Jones. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, 46 yards. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Colts 21.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Won't quite make it to the 25. The Bears now ready to take over again. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete, and all the way down to the 35. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. Back to throw now on 1st down. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense.
A 3-yard pickup.
To throw once more, here's Williams. He'll hit Mostert again here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll look to throw again. Williams looking to do it himself. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. call like this. Certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First down, Bears.
Operating from the gun, Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here now, 2nd and 4.
What is going on?
Back to throw. Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet from 13 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Santos with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
21 apiece. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough.
And all caught up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chicago.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Back at the 32.
They'll go play action here with Williams. To the left side, he's got his tight end Loveland. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. Just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before break. Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2 quarters in the books here. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Play action. Now Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. From the gun, here's Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. Williams. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Looking to throw. Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd.
Williams now operating from the gun. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, Williams. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Back to throw, Keenan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. Santos' kick is up and through. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
I think even though they're trailing the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's good for a Colts. First down.
Let's go now.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Back to throw. Jones finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up second down.
At the 30.
Operating from the gun. Jones. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Colts have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Bears 24.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. From the gun, here's Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Keenum to throw. That is caught. And he will have the Bears first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
A gain of 7. And the Bears first down.
Keenum to throw again. They'll fire deep, looking for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. He's got the open man. Burden with it. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Luther Burden, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now the point after try for Santos. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Indy offense ready to go once again, and we'll get another look at Alec Pierce. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Taken down at the 41. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
That one will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Jones. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Operating from the gun. Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Running the counter with Mostert. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, Keenum. Pass complete to Adunzo. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 33.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Bears.
Throwing is Keenum. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. 3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Now Keenum. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the fourth. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the fourth. From the gun on third down, Keenum. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This to swell the lead to 6. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Indy offense ready to go once again, and we'll get another look at Alec Pierce. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
And 4.
Ready up!
Throwing, Jones. That complete to Downs. He appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up the 4th down.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jaquan Brisker getting sent on the safety blitz, and he was able to finish it off. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And the Bears take over. On On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. A run with Mostert up the middle. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
First down, Bears.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
The 31-yard line.
And now they'll throw with Keenum. To the left side, into the hands of Adunze. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Keenum. Pass caught by Burden. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And that's certainly an important touchdown there and makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
The Bears.
Keenum's going to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. A short one there, caught by Warren. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard
This 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go, set. Wrap low 80.
Looking to throw. Jones. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Edwards on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 44, Jones. This taken in by Downs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33.
It's a gain of 11. And the Colts, first down.
On the option right, it's Jones. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Raheem Mostert, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Another one in the books for us, partner. Always great to be by your side. And both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. Let's face it. Any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
Commissioner Roger Goodell set to present the Lombardi Trophy to one of the originals, the Chicago Bears. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying good night from Santa Clara.